football with the senior and intermediate finals down for decision. And our Clare champion coverage this afternoon brought to you thanks to Ennistimon and District, Kilrush and St Francis Credit Unions. We thank them for their support. Of course, the credit unions across the county, great supporters of Clare ladies football. Two really intriguing ties for you in store here this afternoon. The first of them just about to get underway. As you can see on screen, it's the Miltown team warming up down to our left hand side at the scoreboard end here of Shanahan McNamara Park, and Cooraclare away down to our right hand side. Both sides coming through their semi-final ties in a differently impressive fashion. Miltown very much a high scoring game against Burren Gales, while Cooraclare dug out a result against Liscannor that sets up a fourth meeting between these sides in the championship to date. The most recent of that, I guess, or the most significant perhaps, was the league final a couple of weeks ago, the Division 2 final, which saw Cooraclare come out on top on that occasion. Cooraclare beaten last year, of course, in the final as well, looking to atone for that against a very young Miltown team here this afternoon. Joining me on analysis, Clare ladies manager James Murray. James, you know a lot of these players. We'll give the lineouts in just a second, but a fantastic day here in Dunbeg. Atmosphere really building, crowd coming in, and a wonderful celebration of the game.
Absolutely, Derek. You know, it's great that we have two finals today, but we'll also have the under 10 teams from the four clubs, playing at half time, and that's a real celebration from under 10s all the way up to senior.
And of course the 25-year team being honoured as well in between the two games. That of course Cooraclare as well, managed by a fella that has gone on to better things, shall we say, maybe, or certainly the hairline has anyway, in Joe Gary on that particular day as well. We'll be meeting all those at half time. Plenty legends of the game among them. I suppose most notably that all-star Etna Morrissey. Will she be as significant out on the field as her brother Tom was when they were honoured down in Killarney for their 25-year victory from that 92 team? We'll see how that one pans out. Let's give you the lineouts. Cooraclare start in goal with Quillan Morrissey. Sinead Lillis, their captain, Orla Reedy and Laura Quinnivan make up the full back line. Niamh Burke, Aisling Morrissey and Niamh Conlon on the 40. Midfield pairing, Roisin Looney and Kiva Curry. Shauna O'Gorman, Saskia Morrissey and Aisling Heher make up the half forward line, with Brianna Byrne, Nicola Keating and Megan Downs inside. The Miltown team, they start with Orla Kennelly in goal. It's Ciara Hayes, Emma Hickey and Ciara Malone in the full back line. Anya Keane, Hannah Shannon and Jean Talty are the half back line. Maeve Coughlin and Quiva Carmody make up their midfield pairing. The wing forward, Anya Talty, Ciara McCarthy and Amy Sexton, with an inside line of Emer Keane, Ciara Hickey and Grania Mead. There's potentially some cracking battles there, James, right across the park. I guess as always, when we talk about Gaelic games, we're talking about that middle third, and maybe if you look at it, do Cooraclare have a bit of a physical advantage in there?
Well, I suppose on paper they would have, in that, both Kiva and Roisin, were on the county panel this year, and, Roisin would be a mainstay with the county with the last, 3 or 4 years. Cooraclare will be looking to her, her driving runs, from midfield, and to set up the forwards. But having said that, both Quiva and Maeve, they're good hard battlers, and, it'll be an interesting battle in the middle of the pitch.
Absolutely, and that half forward line as well. Plenty scoring attacks will come through Amy Sexton, I'd imagine. Also inside Emer Keane and Grania Mead. Match about to get underway. As you can see, the flags over on that far side. They're blowing away from the car park goal down to our right hand side. Pretty strong breeze. It probably will play a part, and it looks as if Cooraclare are going to be the team that will play with it at their backs in this opening period. James is going to keep an eye out for any positional switches. We'll see tactics come into play at any stage in this as well. The crowd still filtering in here away to our left hand side. The car park, I can see, is pretty much filling up, and even looking out the road you can see cars already starting to build up as they come in for this one. Cooraclare versus Miltown. It was a senior final not that long ago, back in 2012 is when they met in a senior final, and on that occasion it was Cooraclare coming out on top. So let's see what this next 60 or so minutes will bring. One of the most experienced officials in the county, if not the most experienced, in the form of Kevin Walsh, is about to get the game underway, and there we go. It's the 2019 Clare Ladies Intermediate Football Final, and already we can see that there's a change from a Miltown perspective. Ciara McCarthy has been moved to midfield wearing number 11. Ciara winning that opening free, long ball inside to the corner. Grania Mead takes that well. Just trying to recycle that back into the hands now of Emer Keane, being shepherded out. In she comes towards the 20-metre line. First chance for Ciara McCarthy to have a pop into the breeze, and you can see just how strong that breeze is as it heads up into the hands of Quillan Morrissey, and her kick out just going a little bit astray. Picked up well outside there in that midfield pairing. Coughlin and Carmody linking up, and we come back once more. Grania Mead with the first shot at the target. That one goes out to the right hand side and wide. Early doors, James, we can see that breeze going to cause problems.
Big time, Derek. The ball is holding up in the breeze. I've just noticed that Anya Keane has moved into centre back from Miltown, and Hannah Shannon's gone to the wing straight away.
So positional switches aplenty as both sides just try and maybe test each other out here in this early stages. In terms of possession, very much Miltown in the ascendancy. Amy Sexton, she's been fouled. That's going to be a free in for Miltown. We know plenty about her, James, of course. Another one of your county panellists and certainly a star for the future.
Most definitely. She's only 17 years of age, and there'll be a big responsibility on her today because she will be taking the free, taking duty. So she and with the way conditions are, that'll have a big bearing on the game.
And the parents, Connie and Joe, are just below here as well. I met him as well down at that intermediate game against Tipperary a couple of weeks ago. And that first shot at target for Amy, just the breeze catching it and whipping it out. Maybe we're not giving it enough credit, James. Looking at the flags, as we say, it's going well down the field. And, that one just whipping dangerously.
Yeah, I don't think Miltown will be unduly worried. In fairness, they've settled into the game. Cooraclare haven't. And, all it'll take is one score to go over the bar and, they'll settle into the game.
Free out on the far side there. Jean Talty, judged to have fouled Ashland Hare on that occasion, as a bit of a mist now starts to fall here in Shanahan McNamara Park. Roisin Looney trying to get that ball through. It's the first attack of real note for Cooraclare, and that's a foul indicated again, and it's a big long ball inside. This one is going to have to be dealt with, but the breeze just carrying it out right over the end line, out to the right and wide. And no more than we saw in a number of the men's games as well yesterday, James, often playing with the breeze, you can often overcook that pass inside.
And that's exactly what Roisin did. It was kind of a pass into nowhere, and I'm sure as the hour goes on, she'll be hoping for better quality ball into the forwards.
Emer Keane dropping deep to win that kick out from Orla Kennelly. Anya Keane now bringing it up along that far side, right in front of those dugouts, being urged on by the Miltown management out there. Graham Kelly, Ger Malone and Aisling McCaa as well. Only a couple of minutes gone here, still waiting for the opening score. Anya Talty taking the ball into the 20. Miltown being nice and patient, just recycling it around. Maeve Coughlin. Amy Sexton now coming onto the loop, ducking inside the challenge well, finds the bit of space over. McCarthy with her second strike at the goal. This one measured much, much better indeed. Great movement from Miltown. Maeve Coughlin linking up with Amy Sexton. She found Ciara McCarthy, split the post with a very, very difficult kick indeed. Good start from Miltown.
Definitely Derek, and Ciara is one of the players on the pitch that can kick the score from 30-35 yards, and she did excellently there.
So Kevin Welch just having an early chat there, shall we say, with Roisin. It's actually Kiva Corrie out there that he was having a little chat with. Roisin is just walking up past him now at the moment, being picked up outside there by Maeve Coughlin. So kick out to come then for Quillan Morrissey as the crowd continues to stroll in. Just see a man coming in that celebrated his 50th birthday not that long ago. The man from Cree, Declan Meany. Kevin Welch very much taking charge of this game early on. Nothing will get past a man that has seen as many games as Kevin.
No, definitely Derek. He's a very technical ref. Now, I'd like to think that he might let the game flow a bit. He probably should let it flow there, and it'll probably lead to a more enjoyable game if he does.
Roisin Looney taking this free and having to go backwards towards her captain, Orla Reedy, and she's caught in possession there. Amy Sexton putting on great pressure, and down she goes, and Kevin Welch I think is just going to hop this one in, but again just an indication that we're going to have to see a lot more composure on the ball. Good work from Amy Sexton to dispossess Orla Reedy. Ball thrown in and it's turned over. Ciara McCarthy trying to kick away, wins her free. A very definite decision there from the ref, and she's going to kick it as well here on this left hand side, kicking into the teeth of the breeze. Her side leading 1 point to no score. And we have just coming up on 5 minutes played here in Shanahan McNamara Park. Ciara McCarthy with the free. That one looks to have a little bit of a tail. It's gone to the left and wide. Just probably tried to overcompensate for the breeze on that occasion. But Miltown, fair to say, James, probably have settled it better.
Definitely, Derek. Cooraclare aren't in the game at all, and they seem to be struggling on their own kick out. And again, Cooraclare luckily winning that kick out and breaking up the field now with Niamh Conlon.
Sinead Lillis taking that one on, and it's given there towards Looney to try and break that tackle, and the pass came, but there was a little bit of a foul, says Kevin Welch, and it's just a little bit stop-start at the moment. The free will come. Conditions not helping, of course. Very, very heavy mist as we actually look over towards Cooraclare direction. That's where the mist is coming from. Cars still coming in along the road as well. Nice crowd here in the stand, which is what Clare Ladies Football wanted for today. It's their Blue Ribbon Day, as we mentioned. Senior and intermediate titles, and Dombeg already crowned Junior A champions. So a good weekend for them, winning the title on Friday night and hosting a big double header here this afternoon. Good work there from Jean Talty. Ball turned over though well now by the Cooraclare ladies, and back it comes to Roisin Looney up towards the 45-metre line. She comes under good pressure, being forced to be nice and patient, trying to thread that ball inside. Just went over the head there of Brianna Byrne at the wrong occasion, and again it's been turned over. And once more, just handy conditions that little bit difficult at the moment. Amy Sexton now up along this near stand sideline. Niamh Conlon tracking her all the way. Good battle going on between these two. Gets that pass away nicely now towards Ciara Hickey. And that was a foul committed there on Emer Keane, and the ball taken quickly, trying to open up the space over on that far side. Anya Keane coming through, popping it into the middle. Good tackling though from Roisin Looney, turns that one over, and it's going to be a free out again. You can see, James, every possession here this afternoon looking like it's going to be a hard one.
Yeah, the ball seems to be like a banana skin at the moment, and I've just noticed Miltown seems to be playing two inside, and have Emer Keane on a deeper role and hoping that she'll get on the ball and try and create scores for Miltown.
It's Miltown 1 point, Cooraclare no score. 7 minutes gone here in Shanahan McNamara Park in the Simon and District, Kilrush and St Francis Credit Unions. Our commentary sponsors here this afternoon. Good tussle going on there close to the sideline. And the line official down there, Sarah Cahill, herself a stalwart, of course, of Clare ladies football down the years, helping out Kevin Walsh and the rest of his team of officials here this afternoon. Caoimhe Carmody just getting caught in possession there, and a little bit of a foul as well. Good work from Megan Downs to try and pull that over. This one's taken quickly. Could be an early chance for a score, and it is. Popped over the bar there by Aisling Heher. Megan Downs with the quick free. Aisling had drifted into space, and a good finish too from a close range. In fact, that was Brianna Byrne that got the finish on that one. Brianna Byrne with the opening point for Cooraclare. Good quick thinking there, James. Needed that just to spark them into life back on level pegging.
Yeah, I know Megan is an excellent footballer. She plays the game on her head, and she gave a great ball inside. And to be honest, Brianna should have put the ball in the back of the net, but thankfully Cooraclare will be happy that they got a point.
As we say, Cooraclare playing with the aid of that strong breeze here in the opening half. And you can see even just on that far side with the lines and flags, when it goes up, he's going to have to hold on to that to get away from blowing it down that field. It's Roisin Looney now coming up towards the middle of the park. Good work to get past Ciara McCarthy there on that occasion. Up she comes towards the 45-metre line. Still in possession. She's going to be central to what the Sky Blues do here this afternoon. Again, the chance is created. Again, it's Brianna Byrne, and again she applies the finish. That one smacked over the bar. Really good work. All started by Roisin Looney bringing that ball up. Brianna Byrne found inside in space. 2 shots at goal, 2 scores for her. The Sky Blues lead 2 points to 1. Just coming up on 9 minutes gone.
Yeah, no, Roisin Looney starting to, exert her influence on the game. She will have a big bearing on it. Miltown will have to get to grips with her. But I have noticed, Megan Downs is winning the ball inside. And again, as I said, she's a very intelligent footballer, and she'll be central to what Cooraclare create, in front of the goals as well. Clare ladies manager James Murray here joining us on commentary analysis here this afternoon. No doubt he'll be keeping his managerial hat on as well, looking for maybe new recruits for the 2020 season. He's got plenty of help here as well with him, filling out notebooks and taking down all that he needs to know. Kick out there for Miltown goes out onto the far side to Ciara McCarthy, coming deep for this one now, trying to release it up that far side towards Anya Talty, but she's beaten to the ball outside by Niamh Burke, and again Kevin Wells just coming over, trying to break that one up. All just a little bit stop-start, as we said, James. Just 10 minutes gone, no real flow to the game. Are conditions kind of contributing towards that? Definitely, and there seems to be, a spitting rain as well on top of it, and that definitely won't help the girls. It has all the hallmarks of last year's final, where Dora Bearfield won in a low-scoring game. I can't see, that there being many goals here today. Would management, I wonder, have taken any leaf out of the rugby boys book and put the baby oil on the football for training this week? You'd never know. Miltown, though, have it very much in their position at the moment as they try to create that opening inside. It's a free-flowing move. It's the first big chance of a score. That's a brilliant save. What a fabulous point-blank save. And again, by Quillan Morrissey. That was really good goalkeeping. It was Ciara Hickey bearing down on goal, and what a fabulous save from Quillan Morrissey. Point-blank. And not just that, got up as well to bat away the rebound. Free out given. Cooraclare clear their lines.
they'll thank their number one there, James.
Most definitely, and she'll probably tell you herself she's a part-time goalkeeper because she spends a lot of her time playing out the field, and she did absolutely brilliant there because it was all in for Ciara Hickey to score that goal, and she didn't.
That could be the spark now to take this game into life, as we see Shauna O'Gorman, 9 points for her in their semi-final win over Liscannor a couple of weeks ago. Playing that ball into the centre, Saskia Morrissey, not a bad rugby player this girl either, playing for the Munster under-18s at the moment, trying to just recycle that ball around again, but good work from the Miltown defence, but illegally so, says the referee. That's going to be a free in for Cooraclare. They look to have bounced into life, and that's one thing, James, I suppose when you look through an awful lot of these players, it's not just Gaelic games that they're talented at. The likes of, as we said, Saskia Morrissey with the Munster rugby. I mean, these are a seriously talented group.
And I suppose it's it's modern Ireland in that girls and boys growing up, they play 3 or 4 different sports, and I suppose not like when we were growing up where GA was the one sport that we played. Across the board, they're proficient at 4 or 5 sports.
Pointed free there for Megan Downs, takes it to 3 points to 1 with just coming up on 12 minutes gone here in this opening period. Cooraclare, as we mentioned, losing out last year to St. Joseph's to Bearfield in the final. They'll be eager to make up for that. And Miltown, as we heard from their manager Graham Kelly in the Clare champion during the week, really viewing this as a bonus for them in what was almost a rebuilding year, getting to that Division 2 league final where they met Cooraclare and now finding themselves 60 minutes away from that intermediate title. Free taken quickly, right into the corner it goes, but it's well read outside there by Niamh Burke, and she turns back, plays it across the goal, and always a very, very dangerous thing to do. This could create the opening. Fist pass right the way across. Amy Sexton comes onto it on the loop with a lovely little finish. A score for St. Joseph's Miltown that was made by Cooraclare, I think it's fair to say. Defensive lapse has been punished, 3 points to 2, and a nice tidy finish from Amy.
Yeah, it just shows the greasy conditions, Derek. You don't want to be messing with the ball around in your own full back, and you want to try and get it out there, out of the danger area as quick as possible.
Just 1 point separates the sides as the mist starts to lift here in Dunbeg, and this time it's ball that's being turned over. Sinead Lillis, Ashlyn Lillis or Ashlyn Heher down along that far touchline. Ball into the centre, looking for the run there of Saskia Morrissey, but just went over her head. And again, good work from Brianna Byrne to try and break it up. And the fullback there for Miltown, Emma Hickey, under all sorts of pressure, but gets good support and nice composed play too it was from her defence, and in fact back there as well, her midfielder Maeve Coughlin. Out it comes here to Ciara Sexton, turns inside the challenge and plays a nice crossfield ball. Lovely little ball that was too. Now Miltown really starting to put those moves together. We saw plenty of this in their semi-final win. It could create the opening. Second chance for a goal. This one's taken. It was Grania Mead with the finish. Did she fumble at the last moment? She won't mind. She'll say it was intentional. A soccer-like finish to the bottom corner. A bullet of a volley. Gave Quillan Morrissey no chance on that occasion. Lovely sweeping move from Miltown. The first big score of the game comes to the Miltown girls. They retake the lead, or for the first time in the game, 1-2 to 3 points. Big score, James.
Massive, and just as we mentioned the other sports, Grania is a very, very good soccer player, and she definitely showed her soccer skills there by roofing the ball to the back of the net.
Absolutely, it's a big score for them, as we said, just gone past the 12-minute mark, and they're looking to add to that now as well. Caoimhe Carmody, not bad on the hurling field for Kilmaley, this lady either. Plays it back into the centre towards Hickey, but that one's robbed. Morrissey takes that away, and now it's a chance for the Sky Blues to clear their lines. Shauna O'Gorman down along this near stand side, plays the ball down right in towards another Morrissey. Saskia, she's been fouled on the 45-metre line. It'll be a chance for Miltown to retreat. 14 minutes played, almost midway through the opening period. 1-2 to 3 points. A goal could be a big score in this game, James. Now it's up to Cooraclare to respond.
Yeah, no. To be honest, it's an end-to-end game. Cooraclare seem to be a bit more patient with their delivery, and Miltown seem to be hitting them on the break, and they've created 2 goal chances. Cooraclare, if they are to get on top, they need to try and create a couple of goal chances. Yeah,
maybe be a little bit more direct with that breeze behind them, although it has died with that passing shower that came just a couple of moments ago. Into the centre comes Megan with a good finish there. That's a nice tidy finish too it was. Good response there for the Cooraclare girls. It was Megan Downs with the finish, a good instinctive finish with the outside of the right boot. They needed that score to get James, because we've often said the point that comes after the goal can often tell a lot in a game.
Exactly that, and they put the ball through the hand. They seem to be more patient, and again, an excellent finish from Megan.
Kick out once more for the Miltown girls, just going awry on that occasion. It's going to be an immediate chance again for the Cooraclare girls to launch that attack, and Down along the field they come, another shot coming there from distance, and that's another good score too. So, Shauna O'Gorman it was that finished off that one. It's really, really good score, James, as we said, out on that right-hand side, kicking across the ball as she did. We're back level pegging once more, 1-2 to 5 points, coming up on 16 minutes played.
To be fair to Cooraclare, they've responded really well, and they're putting massive pressure on the Miltown kick out, and just I say that again, Miltown are after win the kick out, and they're on the attack with Jean Telty.
Jean Telty linking up there with Anya, the two wing backs here for Miltown, just trying to create that opening, and Emer Keane drop deep as she has throughout this game, giving it now to Maeve Coughlin in the middle of the park. Level pegging here in Shanahan McNamara Park. It is St. Joseph's 1-2, Cooraclare 5 points, with this intermediate ladies football title up for grabs. Lovely little dinked ball inside and well won again. Miltown putting this off the shoulder, running well together. McCarthy, that's a fantastic save. What a brilliant save inside by Quillan Morrissey. That one looked destined for the roof of the net. She somehow got her hands to what is a very, very greasy ball, knocked it off the crossbar. That is outstanding goalkeeping once more.
You can easily see why Cooraclare have put her in goals, and even though she plays out the field, and already 17-18 minutes in, Derek, she's probably in line for man of the match, and she's conceded a goal already.
Yeah, fabulous save that was. It was a point blank bullet from Ciara McCarthy after another one of those really well worked Miltown moves, but Morrissey was not for passing on this occasion. And not alone that, but also won the free, but unfortunately the clearance has now gone astray, and it'll give Miltown a chance to reset once more, and in we come now with Emer Keane taking the ball off McCarthy on that occasion. Being tracked there by Roisin Looney, not an easy task to get away from her. Ciara Hickey with a lovely little threaded ball through. Grania Mead turning, it's a high ball, Amy Sexton's going in under it again. Morrissey comes out, makes that square her own, and gets that ball away down this near side where Ashton Hare turns inside the challenge of Jean Telty, and now she releases Roisin Looney. Looney storming up the field towards the middle of the park, looks for the support. It comes from Sinead Lillis, the cornerback, raiding up in support. Saska Morrissey is there, she wants to use her. Kevin Walsh has pulled her for overcarrying. James, was a little wry shake at the head there that looked a small bit harsh.
Very harsh on Sinead, to be fair, she made a great run up from her cornerback position, and I thought Kevin pulled her prematurely there because there was a hand around her waist.
So chance for Miltown to clear their lines once more. Anya Keane and Jean Telty linking up once more in that Miltown half back line, but Roisin Looney, Cooraclare playing quite a high press up on the Miltown defence, not letting them out too handy, making them break the tackle if they're going to find that space, and they've done that on this occasion as they bring the ball wide. The only way to break that cover is to bring the ball wide. Amy Sexton does well, and on the spin off she goes. Very, very talented athlete, this young girl as well, and goes on and shows great persistence there, but good work from the Cooraclare defence. Laura Quinlivan picks it up, and I think that was, did he say it was a throw ball, and he brings it back. He's being a little bit finicky today, Kevin, I suppose, as we mentioned, quite a technical referee, wants things to be taken as they should be, but Cooraclare won't mind just slowing it down ever so slightly. 5 points for Cooraclare, 1-2 for St. Joseph's Miltown. We have just coming up on 19 minutes played here in Dunbeg. Sinead Lillis trying to break the tackle there, does well to get the ball away to Niamh Conlon, and she in turn finds her captain Orla Reedy. Reedy now taking off up along the field, needs the support to come, and it does. Kiva Corrie going in there trying to pick that ball up, a world champion dancer this lady, in towards Brianna Byrne, into the corner it goes. It's Ciara Hayes that's going after her, and the umpire inside says that ball has gone to the right and it's gone wide. We mentioned her there, Kiva Corrie, James, another of the girls that you called into your panel as well, and what a phenomenal achievement for her away from the football field with those dancing titles, and you can often see it as well in the movement. Yeah, no, most definitely. She's very quick feet, Derek, and she's actually, as far as I know, she's going with Riverdance internationally in the new year, which is a massive achievement for her. Certainly is, yeah, and we know the parents well indeed too. Michael and Eleanor, they're here in the stand. We saw them coming in a little bit earlier on, supporting her as well. It goes into the corner for Miltown this time. Grania Mead, the goal scorer for Miltown just a couple of moments ago. Ball just wouldn't go to hand there for Caoimhe Carmody, and it's well turned over by Laura Quinlivan in that Cooraclare defence, and just a little bit of bargy coming out there, and again Kevin Walsh has picked up on it, and it's going to be a free from Miltown, taken quickly. Cross here to Maeve Coughlin. Again, we can see that Cooraclare press coming right up on the Miltown attack when they try to get moving. Amy Sexton tries to go around it in towards Ciara McCarthy. It goes back to Sexton again. Can she break the tackle? She does. Away it goes to Mead. She'll have another shot at goal. A very clinical finish. Miltown go back into the lead, 1-3 to 5 points. You have to be impressed, James, number one, with the Miltown forwards' movements, but there are, okay, they've had the 2 missed goal chances, but quite clinical when they get that chance as well.
Yeah, very much so. And to be fair, it seems to be Emer Keane and Ciara McCarthy, that are doing a lot of the set-out play. And to be fair, inside Grania Mead and Ciara Hickey are taking the chances.
Miltown back into the lead in a game that probably won't be decided too long before the final whistle. As the rain has abated, thankfully the wind stays, but there's a little bit of a dry spell starting to come in now that will hopefully lead to an increase in the intensity. Anya Talty trying to increase the intensity over on that far side again. Kevin Walsh blows it up, says that's going to be a free out for Cooraclare, a chance for them to clear their lines, and going back to take that ball on her own 20 metre line. Roisin Looney in towards Corrie now, trying to break outside and takes that ball, and again the referee just coming back. It's hard to get into any sort of a rhythm, James, even here in the commentary position with this game. Quite stop start. There's an awful lot of that sharp whistle being blown.
Yeah, no, and I suppose it's tough on Kevin because the conditions are wet, but you'd like to see him let the game flow a bit more.
Ashley Morrissey taking the quick free across to where the ever-willing Roisin Looney is. She was, of course, missing for their semi-final win over the Scanner, so she was a welcome returnee to the panel, no doubt about that. We've seen Sinead Lillis raiding forward from her cornerback spot on a number of occasions in this game. She's doing it once more, swarmed up there by a number of the the Miltown defence. And it's Roisin Looney now just slowing it down, just looking for the openings inside, but in fairness, there's no one coming, so she has to wait for someone to come in support. Saskia Morrissey is the one that's there. She's met on the tackle by Emma Hickey, trying to take her on the outside, turns back in, sweeps it back around. Megan Downs off the left leg. That one though goes to the left hand side and it goes wide. And let's just see, Kevin, is he having another chat with one of the Miltown players there? I think he is. It's Emma Hickey he's calling across for a little chat. Don't think he was playing advantage though. I think he's content enough to let the play go on. Kevin just laying down the law. He's been at it long enough. He knows what to say and when. And the play will continue with Emer Keane going back to take that ball. Now it's the turn to Ciara Malone, the Miltown cornerback, to try and take that ball away up that far side. Does well. Lovely little dink ball over the top. Just comes through to Caoimhe Carmody. And Miltown can try and reset now from the middle again. McCarthy with a low ball inside. Picked up in a nice little 1-2. Ciara Hickey on the end of that one, and now comes out here towards Sexton. Amy Sexton going through. She'll have the pop. A goal hits the inside of the post and it comes back around and it goes wide. You don't see that one too often. Just clipped the post on the inside above the angle of post and crossbar. It went across and it went wide, but again just goes to show the danger these Miltown forwards possess, James.
Yeah, no, and I hope from their perspective that all these missed chances don't it doesn't come back to haunt them, but and it feels like deja vu in the backwards, because Cooraclare had all the chances last year, and Dora Bearfield stole the game, and it seems in this first half Miltown have all the chances. Yeah,
and of course they've got that breeze to come in the second period as well, but we'll stay with the play for the moment as Carmody goes raiding down along the far side in towards the inline. She goes, wins her free as well, and takes a little bit of a bang in the process. She won't mind that at all. It'll be a chance for Shane O'Connell to come on, the physio, of course, doubling up with the Miltown men's and ladies team as well. And as we have a chance, James, mentioning the senior final, of course, where it's a very, very familiar pairing, and a sense that perhaps Kilmehel may close the gap, but obviously the banner holding that favourites tag.
Yeah, definitely, Derek. And I suppose over the last 3 or 4 months, Kilmehel have definitely put shoulder to the wheel, and I suppose all the girls that are available, and from all different sports seem to be coming back and playing for Kilmehel, and this probably seems to be their opportunity that they're hopefully trying to topple the banner and stop them going for 9 in a row.
We'll have, of course, as we mentioned, live commentary that to come from 3:15 here in Dunbeg this afternoon. But at the moment we have 24 minutes played to almost 25 in the opening period here. Miltown leading Cooraclare by a single point. That could be about to become 2 as we look back. Another shot coming in there. It's a good strike too from Emer Keane, but it just looks to have held up in the breeze and it hasn't gone wide just yet. Good work outside there from Amy Sexton, trying to pick that one up, and does very well indeed to get there and turns it over well. Emer Keane has come over now to pick this one up. Into the centre comes Caoimhe Carmody. Back it comes again to Emer Keane. She has a shot, side netting. But again, that Miltown attack working really, really hard. Huge credit has to go to young Amy Sexton there to keep that ball in when it looked like a lost cause. And often in the final, James, those little moments can be so crucial.
Yeah, no, and to be fair, it was probably the wrong option for Emer, because she was coming in a tight angle and on her stronger left foot. She probably should have passed it across the square. But to be fair to Miltown, they're not letting that bother them. Amy's after winning the kick out again, and Emer's bearing down goals.
Good chance coming up here for Amy Sexton. She's in on goal, has to get the ball away to support. McCarthy will just tap this one over, and she does that very clinically indeed. Miltown go into a 2-point lead. It's Miltown 1 goal and 4. It's Cooraclare 5 points, and again a score created. Little bit of Cooraclare laxness in defence, shall we say, but again high Miltown work rate.
Yeah, I suppose the main thing from ladies football, Derek, is making sure that you win your own kick out, because most of the kick outs will land in the 45, and if the opposition win it, they're straight in on goals, and that was case in point with Amy winning the kick out, and Ciara putting the ball over the bar.
Cooraclare now looking to respond before half time, as we mentioned, playing with the aid of what is quite a strong breeze here in the opening period. They trailed though by 2 points with about 3 minutes to go to the break, trying to add on to that scoreboard. Kiva Corrie now dancing through, has the shot at goal. That one just clips over the crossbar, landed on the netting. Good fleetness of foot from the world champion dancer to come through and apply the finish there, as it just landed over, exactly what Cooraclare needed. Back to a 1-point game, and they'll probably look now, James has mentioned, to put pressure on this kick out and finish it out strongly.
Yeah, and to be fair to Kiva, that's a trademark of her, coming late and putting the ball over the bar. Cooraclare will need more of that from her, if they are to go ahead in before half time.
Again, pressure, as you mentioned, being put on that kick out on both sides, and it's a chance now coming away for Nicola Keating. In it comes to Roisin Looney. Looney passes it off inside. Megan Downs trying to create the overlap for Ashlyn Heher. Was there just a little bit too much purchase on that? There was. The ball has gone to the left and wide, but we're going to have to come back, because on the ground at the moment is Brianna Byrne. Not quite sure what happened. Maybe a little bit of a coming together on that occasion, but a good chance again created. That overlap, James, seems to really working for both sides when they try and eke it out.
Yeah, no, I suppose, to be honest, Derek, both teams seem to be running the ball, trying to create that overlap, but I suppose, Megan just overhit her pass that time, and it was probably, a chance that Cooraclare will rule like,
So just a little bit of attention there at the moment for Brianna Byrne, and there's going to be a word as well, I think, for Hannah Shannon down there that Kevin Walsh is just having a little chat with. No, he was content enough to let the play develop, and I think he's just having a little word, and now he's calling forward another of the Miltown defence. Brianna Byrne thankfully back up onto her feet. Good score for her in the opening period here for Cooraclare as well. So Kevin just having a little chat before half time. About 2 minutes plus the additional time to play, and it's a yellow card for Ciara Hayes, so she is off the field. She's not quite sure why. She's remonstrating over there, but she's making her way off the field, as you mentioned. So the sin bin coming into play here, James, and I guess it's a period, I suppose, where teams will always look to take advantage.
Exactly that, and again, I know it may have been off the ball, but it seemed to be, much ado about nothing, and Kevin probably maybe harshly giving her a yellow card, and just as we say that Cooraclare have a full court press, but it's a poor kick out from Orla Kennelly, and Sean O'Gorman
has gone through. Sean O'Gorman with the kick, gets arrowed inside that right hand upright. We are back level, pegging once more, 1-4 to 7 points. It's as we mentioned, a sin binning there for Ciara Hayes from St. Joseph's Miltown, and that of course just back to a 1-point game, I should say, 1-4 to 6. Cooraclare had led by 2, but exactly what Cooraclare would have needed, as that ball is kicked out again once more, going to be turned over on that 45 metre line, and again we can see the importance of trying to win that clean possession now as Ashlyn Hare comes through. She'll try and turn inside onto that right boot, instead goes back to Saskia Morrissey. Pressure put on her outside there by Emer Keane. Really good work from her in her own half back line now. She takes that one clear. Out the field it comes, and her fullback Emma Hickey coming up to try and take that one away. Does well, turning back into contact, but took a little bit too much out of it for referee Kevin Walsh's liking, and it's going to be perhaps one last chance for what a read of a steal there from Ciara McCarthy. Read that one like a book, and now she's trying to get that inside line. Mooney Grania Mead read that one was going to go beyond her, and Kevin Walsh has spotted a foul somewhere back the field. It's going to be a free for Miltown. Perhaps the advantage rule could have been played there. It's a bugbear, James, from a lot of people's perspective. If a player is clear, let the advantage accrue rather than blowing the whistle.
Yeah, and and to be fair now, this is a very difficult kick for Emer Keane, and you'd like to have seen Kevin let it go and see what Grania Mead could have done with the advantage.
So that free is to come, and it's dropping into the arms inside of the goalkeeper, Quillan Morrissey, and the ball is just going to be booted out the field, and that's exactly what any good goalkeeper should do under pressure. Get rid of it quickly to safety, and that's exactly what she did. Amy Sexton to take the line ball into the centre to Emer Keane, who has, I'd say, touched every blade of grass here in Shanahan McNamara Park so far this afternoon. Good tackle coming in there for Sexton, and Kevin Walsh is he blowing for half time? He didn't play much injury time. If he did, it's just over the 30-minute mark. Half-time whistle blown. Miltown leading by the minimum here at the break. It's Miltown 1-4. It's Cooraclare 6 points. A game, as we mentioned, James, probably struggled to get into any real flow, but at the break, Miltown going in, a point to the good with the breeze to come.
Yeah, having said that, Derek, I think on the balance of play, Cooraclare will be happier because they haven't played, and Miltown have missed an awful lot of chances, and Cooraclare can thank Caelan Morrissey that they're still in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing in this game whatsoever. A single point between the sides. An intriguing second half to come. Don't go anywhere. Leave your stream open. We'll be back very, very shortly indeed for the second half of this Clare Intermediate Ladies Football Final. So just to clarify on that scoreboard, we were thinking that just a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, we think that the scoreboard, there might be just a little fault on it. 1-4-7 is what we think the half-time score should be. So we'll just double check that with Kevin Walsh and his officials. But at the moment, as we said, half-time, and you can see as well, the smallies, as we'll call them, out in the field as well. Those under 10 teams from both Miltown and Cooraclare getting their moment here on the big day. Half-time in Dunbeg. Join us again very shortly. Now you're welcome back to Shanahan McNamara Park here in Doombeg. It's the Clare Intermediate Ladies Football Final, and just to clear up one little anomaly before the break, it's actually level pegging. It's Cooraclare 7 points, St. Joseph's Miltown 1 goal and 4. Cooraclare with the last 2 points at half to draw things level. So just to clear that up for you, it's a level pegging between Cooraclare and Miltown here in Doombeg. Second half about to get back underway, and it is going to be the girls from Miltown playing with the aid of what is quite a strong breeze here in the opening period. Just to run you through the scores from that first half for Cooraclare: Shauna O'Gorman and Brianna Byrne with a brace each, and 1 for Kiva Curry, Ashlyn Hare and Megan Downs. St. Joseph's Miltown 1-1 from Grania Mead, including that bullet of a goal. Amy Sexton with 2 points and Ciara McCarthy with 1, making up their first half tally. We'll take a little look around just to see if we can spot any substitutes at half time. I don't think there are any. Remember, Ciara Hayes from Miltown in the sin bin at the moment, which means we will have one of the Cooraclare defenders. I think at the moment they've reshuffled a little bit to leave a defender free there at the back, a sweeper in effect for the first, what will be 6 or 7 or so minutes of this second period. So Kevin Walsh, our referee, just making sure that everything is in position and ready to go. Level pegging after the opening 30. Second half now back underway. Cooraclare looking to get off to a perfect start, but it's Miltown with that first attack, launching that ball up here now towards Ciara Hickey. Does well to get it back to her namesake Ciara McCarthy. McCarthy from distance chips that one over with the help of Quillan Morrissey's hand. Good positive start for St. Joseph's Miltown. Remember, as you mentioned, playing with 14 here for the opening minutes of the second period. Perfect start for them, going back out into the lead. 1-5 Miltown, 7 points for Cooraclare. Good start for Miltown, James.
Definitely, and again, Ciara McCarthy from long range. And, just as you say that, Derek, again, Cooraclare struggling under kick out of Miltown on the attack again.
Yeah, we'll have a chat about those kickouts in just a minute. Got some very interesting stats at half time from one of James's backroom team here in the Clare ladies setup as well. Shane Lurigan from Clonmel. We'll go through them in just a minute, but we'll stay with the play for the minute as the Sky Blues try to come through the centre here. Sean O'Gorman being pulled back. That's going to be a free in for her right on the 40-metre line, and it's taken quickly. Ashlyn Hare trying to steal a march inside, but that was well read back there by Anya Talty. Saw the danger, snuffed it out, and got that ball clear right along this near stand sideline. Going back to collect that is Niamh Burke, picking it up and looking into the centre. She needs the support to come, and she's got it outside there from her cornerback Sinead Lillis, who has spent a lot of this game so far in an attacking berth with the number 2 on her back, trying to get away. She's been pulled back and does well to get that free away. Into the centre it comes. Chance there for O'Gorman. Again it's going to be a free, and again it's going to be a chance for the Cooraclare girls, who have made one change at half time. I see there Aoife O'Gorman has come in. James will get confirmation of who went off, but Aoife O'Gorman, a player you had spoken about before the game as a real danger woman for Cooraclare. We'll talk about her in just a second, but let's stay with Megan Downs as she takes that free. Does well to chip that over the bar. Really good score, brings it back level pegging again. 1-5 for St. Joseph's, 8 points for Cooraclare. Aoife O'Gorman, Cooraclare onto the field, James.
Yeah, no, and she could be the game changer that Cooraclare are looking for. She spent the year in Australia, and I suppose from my own perspective, she came in with us, for a couple of weeks at the start of last year, and she's definitely county standard, and she'll be a big addition to the Cooraclare forwards in the second half.
She had an immediate impact there, winning that free that was sent over by Megan Downs as Cooraclare draw that game level, and does well to turn that ball over on the 45-metre line again. Roisin Looney trying to storm clear once she sees open grass in front of her. She's going to head straight forward into the hands of the aforementioned O'Gorman, but the shot from her, if she had it again, as the saying goes, it goes harmlessly out to the right hand side and wide. James, a word on the kickouts, because we saw some very interesting stats as I mentioned.
Yeah, no, at half time, up to half time, Miltown had 7 out of 10 kickouts won, and Cooraclare had 5 out of 10, but Miltown's kickers were all going to the one area, and it's something that Cooraclare didn't capitalise on. They were all going to the dugout side of the pitch.
Out to that right wing, so they had a good return from that. As you mentioned, the kick-out so crucial in terms of turning over that possession. Level pegging 1-5 to 8 points, and we're coming up on about 3 minutes gone here in that second period. Long ball down into the corner. Grania Mead, the goal scorer for Miltown, is the one in possession of it. Quiva Carmody's off her shoulder, tried to give it back. Instead, it makes its way through there to Anya Talty. She gives it back to Mead again. Tried to play a little sharp ball across there towards Ciara Hickey, but it was snuffed out well by Orla Reedy in that Cooraclare defence, and now they have a chance to clear their lines. Nicola Keating, we know her dad Finbar is watching on the Clare Champions stream in Tokyo, of all places, after attending the Irish rugby game this morning. So Finbar out enjoying the Rugby World Cup in Japan. No better man for heading off to those sporting events. And Finbar, we hope you're enjoying it so far. Level pegging, all to play for 1-5 to 8 points. And Nicola going well inside there with the number 14 jersey on her back. Laura Quinlivan now trying to turn this one over in her own right hand corner there, and does very well indeed. Now Cooraclare just have to be that little bit patient in working it out, making sure not to cough up possession in what would be a crucial area, and finding that space really well indeed with Sinead Lillis. Off to Looney now, galloping forward, trying to look for the support to come. Keating is there with her, and it's actually Aisling Morrissey that had it on that occasion. Now it's into the hands of Roisin Looney as she tries to just get away from the attentions there of Amy Sexton, but the pressure came on. She had to get the ball away, and it was a good turnover in the Miltown defence there by Hannah Shannon, and it's Sexton that's profiting now as she comes through up towards the 45 metre line. Into the centre comes towards Ciara McCarthy, lays it off again, chance for a goal, and it's flashed over the bar. Really good sweeping move from Miltown. All began by that interception from Hannah Shannon, and it was Ciara Hickey was the one that finished it off as she came in, and just falling backwards as she hit that one. It was rising and just rose at the wrong time, I guess, for meeting the crossbar, but from a Miltown perspective, over it went, and they should now go back into the lead. 1-6 for St. Joseph's Miltown, and 8 points for Cooraclare. As we look at the play continuing on here, good working around, and again it's Emer Keane with the shot. Emer Keane, that one's dropping in, and it's been well held inside at the second attempt by Caelan Morrissey, another of the contingent here this afternoon attending St. Michael's Community College as well. We'll tell you more about them in just a couple of moments time. Ball turned over again, good hard working defence out there by the Cooraclare girls. Now the bounce could be crucial here, and it was read brilliantly there by Ciara Malone. Out she came and won that ball. Ciara Malone for the Miltown girls, and she's now going to leave it down. It has really ratcheted up, James. Even in these opening minutes of the second period, we've seen maybe more intensity than we did in the first.
Yeah, no, definitely, Derek. And both sets of girls seem to be, really going to win it. But I suppose what I would say, there is a bit of sloppy passing, and again, looking at Cooraclare, they're getting it into their danger woman Aoife O'Gorman, and she's running straight at the Miltown defence.
She's into the 20 metre line, needs someone to come off her shoulder. That someone is Shauna O'Gorman, and does well to pop that little pass inside. It could open up here. Aisling Hare is on the ball. Aisling Hare trying to get that ball away. She's crowded out, still has possession on the 20 metre line. Fouled as she did. That's going to be a free in, and Carmel and Seamus and all the crew down here in front of us would have liked that one, no doubt. A free in for her, and a chance to draw the game level once more. I think there's another scoreboard issue at the moment. 1-6 to 8 is probably what it should read. We'll just get a check on the score at the moment as to what it is, but we'll wait with the play for the moment. Megan Downs is going to pop the free over. 1-6 to 8 is what it was. It's now 1-6 to 9. So 1-6 to 9 points is the official score here. Yeah, 2 second half points Miltown, so it's a level pegging here once more in Dunbeg. We'll try and get word perhaps on the scoreboard issue at the moment, but it'll be a kick out for Orla Kennelly with that hat on now as the sun shines across Shanahan McNamara Park. Thankfully that mist that dogged the first 15 or 20 minutes is cleared, and it's shaping up to be a brilliant day. We'll see the crowd coming in over onto the far side as well, over onto the hill. They can now brave it with the breeze though still blowing strongly down the field in favour of St. Joseph's Miltown, with the game level 1-6 to 9 points, and Cooraclare on the attack. Title there for the winning. Roisin Looney now coming through the centre again. She's got to get the support. Megan Downs is the one that gets it onto the 20 metre line off her left leg. That looks a really good score. Really composed from Cooraclare as they break up the field, and Megan Downs applying the finish. We were saying earlier on, James, about that clinical nature of the forward line. Cooraclare not so much in the first, but seem to have corrected it here so far. Yeah, no, definitely. And Megan has put over 2 frees, and she has one from play with her right and one from play with her left, which is an excellent return for an inside forward. So 1-6 to 9 points is how it stands here in Shanahan McNamara Park between Cooraclare and St. Joseph's Miltown as we move. 1-6 to 9 points is the score. We'll get that confirmed just at the moment. Anya Keane for Miltown coming up along the line towards Hannah Shannon, kicking it across there to Ciara McCarthy. Ciara McCarthy with that long ball inside, and again well read in the Cooraclare defence, but just at the right time robbed by Grania Mead. Grania Mead now getting it back to McCarthy again. There's acres of space out on that far side, pings a left-legged shot across and does very well indeed to get that ball out, and now she goes for the return and it comes towards Mead. Mead with the strike, that one has tailed inside the left hand upright. A good finish from Grania Mead. Ciara McCarthy was the one as she put that over the bar. 1-7-10 is the scoreline that we are being told here in Doonbeg. So 1-7 to St. Joseph's Miltown. Cooraclare 10 points, level pegging, and another substitute coming in there for the Cooraclare girls. So just a little bit of confusion here at the moment in terms of what the actual scoreline is. We make it 3 points each in the second half. It's 1-7 to 10 points is how we make it. So we'll get that all fixed up and maybe try and correlate it here with someone in front of us. Yeah, we make it 3 points each in the second period. So just a little bit of a hold up and play there as the Miltown sin bin returns to the field. Ciara Hayes. And again, kick out now being turned over as the Caoimhe Carmody tries to get onto this one. Caoimhe Carmody in towards the 20 metre line as she plays that ball inside again. Another shot coming in. That one has gone to the left and it has gone wide. It remains level pegging here. Moving towards the 10-minute mark of this second period. Kick out there for Caelan Morrissey. Dropping it down into the hands there of Anya Talty, who just let it fall at the crucial moments, and Cooraclare now will look to capitalise. Strong challenge there from Roisin Looney as she surges clear up towards the 45 metre line. Now tries to play that ball inside and does, and it sticks to the hands of O'Gorman. Now she turns, makes the challenge, wins the free. She's had a real impact in this second half since she came in. There's no doubt about that, has Aoife O'Gorman, but equally, James, I guess the impact of Roisin Looney there at midfield.
Yeah, definitely, and again, trademark Roisin, powerful run. She brushed Kieran McCarthy out of her way and gave a good fast ball into Aoife O'Gorman. She's duly collected, and it's a chance for Megan now to put Cooraclare one up again.
Yeah, we just got it confirmed there by the match officials to win to the scoreboard. It's Miltown 1-7, Cooraclare 10 points. So yeah, level pegging here, but that won't last long if this free goes over, and it goes to the right and it goes wide. That's a big opportunity missed by the usually very, very accurate Megan Downs. So all to play for here in these last quarter of the game. Level pegging, 10 points to 1 goal and 7. And it will, of course, go to a replay if we finish level after those opening 60 minutes. So 1-7 to 10, Cooraclare versus Miltown. Kick out again, turned over there. Ciara Hayes was just back into the action, just letting the ball go through her hands, and now it's played into the centre. O'Gorman trying to take it in along the in-line. She's got players across, trying to fist it over. It's hit the inside of the post, and it's batted to the net. It's gone in. But hang on a second, referee Kevin Walsh has got the hand up. The ball made its way to the net. It was Aisling Heher, but I think he's adjudged that she was inside the square when the connection was made. So it's going to be a free out drama here as that ball was played across. Looks to have been the correct decision though by Kevin. It was Aoife O'Gorman who came in along the end line, played the ball across, it hit the crossbar, came back, and there was Aisling Heher to prod it home. But Kevin though has blown the whistle. So I think he has given the free out. They'll contest that one, James, I think.
I suppose, to be honest, Derek, Kevin is right. Now, I did think Aisling reacted a bit slowly. She probably expected Aoife's fisted chance to go over the bar, but it came off the post and she didn't react quick enough.
If it was a square ball though and it hit the post, does that bring it back into action?
I don't know. I'm not 100% on the ladies' rules. We might ask somebody that is, later on and find out exactly what the rule is.
Yeah, well, it's been ruled out at the moment. It remains Miltown 1-7, Cooraclare 10 points, and we're moving towards the midway part here of this second period. So it's Emer Keane there over on the far side, wearing number 13, trying to come through, clearly pulled back by the jersey there, and Kevin Walsh is going to deal with that one as well, I'd imagine. And it'll be another free, and it'll be a chance maybe for Kieran McCarthy is the one that could line up this long range. It's just beyond the 45 metre line, slightly to the left of the goal, and she instead now is going to leave it to Emer Keane. We'll have a swing at this with the right boot. Level pegging 1-7 to 10 points. In the Stuyman and District, Kilrush and St Francis Credit Unions are commentary sponsors here this afternoon. That's Amy Sexton that eventually ended up taking that free. Just didn't get a hold of that one as it goes to the left and wide. You get a feeling, James, now in these closing 15 minutes, it's a game that's there for anyone to take by the scruff of the neck.
Exactly that. And to be fair, both teams have had their chances, and I do think Cooraclare seem to be an awful lot more dangerous since Aoife O'Gorman came in. Miltown will have to take their chances, because I do feel that there is a goal in Cooraclare.
At the moment, it's Miltown in possession of the ball through Ciara McCarthy. Now she'll try and make the angle for the shot, perhaps turns back around on the loop, sends a high one toward the goal. The umpire's having a good look at that. It goes to the right hand side and it goes wide. Another missed opportunity, and we mentioned in the first half, maybe James as well, from a Cooraclare perspective, you'll be hopeful that particularly in a final that these chances don't come back to haunt you in the manner of a 1 point loss or something like that.
Exactly, and to be fair, it did haunt Cooraclare last year, and as I said earlier in the commentary, it seems to be Groundhog Day, but the opposite way around. Miltown seem to be missing a lot of chances, and hopefully they don't rue those missed chances that they had in the first half.
Yeah, as we mentioned at the moment, level pegging 1-7 to 10 points. Line ball to be taken on the far side there for Cooraclare, now trying to build from the back outside. Need to get that forward line moving, as we mentioned. Aoife O'Gorman making a big difference since she came in. Trying to release it now towards the danger zone inside, and that's exactly what they're going to try to do here now through Shauna O'Gorman. 2 points for her in the opening period. Has that shot a goal, and it's drifted. Oh well, it's gone for a 45, and that was best case scenario there for Orla Kennelly, as perhaps the sun maybe just deceived the flight of the ball, and the wind quite tricky out there as well, so would have made it difficult to grab that. She's shaking the hand, looks as if she might have picked up a little bit of a finger injury as well. Big let off there for Miltown, no question or doubt about that. A goal for Cooraclare would have really put them into the ascendancy, but instead it's a 45 to be taken by Megan Downs, and she'll try and chip it into the danger zone, but it's well read by that Miltown defence, and they'll now try and work it out once more. Big let off, but can they capitalise and try and go down the other end of the park and put the Cooraclare defence under real pressure? Turned over as Anya Keane goes storming down that right hand side, trying to get away from the challenge there of Shauna O'Gorman, but illegally so, says the referee. It's going to be a chance, and on small margins, James, can games like this turn. There was only an inch between the ball going into the net and going the other side of the post.
Definitely, and if Miltown win this game, Orla Kennelly can definitely breathe a sigh of relief, because if the ball had gone into the net, and in a tight game like this, you wouldn't have liked something, a mistake like that for a team to win the game on. But I have noticed, Miltown seem to be taking a cautious approach, in that they put a sweeper in front of Aoife O'Gorman to try and stem that fast ball going into her in the second half.
It's Jean Telty that looks to have taken up that particular role, and just a little bit of miscommunication there from Miltown led to that free being overturned, and now Cooraclare look to have maybe wasted that opportunity to clear their lines as it goes out over the sideline, and it's going to be Ciara McCarthy right down here in front of us. And well, Shauna O'Gorman looks to have picked up a little bit of an injury as well. She's not walking all that freely on her right leg, it is at the moment. Kevin just coming over to have a check on her. Is she okay? I'd say she'll walk it off. They made a tough stuff down Cooraclare way. And he's just asking maybe for a medic to come in and have a look there. Crowd still continuing, I should say, to stream in here. And remember, as we mentioned as well, we'll have that 25-year team from Cooraclare being honoured here in between the senior and intermediate games. And there's a number of them over here to our left-hand side. The Marlin sisters, Trace and Grania, are here along with their manager, Joe Gary. He's there along somewhere as well. So we'll be meeting all them at half time as well, so plenty of those to be mentioned right throughout the commentary here as well. Senior game to come as well, don't forget, at 3:15, the Banner versus Clonmel, the fourth meeting in a row, the Banner going for their 9th title in a row. What a fantastic record that is. But James, something that stood out during the week, and I suppose maybe it's the week of ladies football finals, but our colleagues down in WLRFM in Waterford tweeting during the week, Betty McCaberry going for a 38th consecutive Waterford ladies football title.
An unbelievable achievement, and I suppose the talk in the national media was the Dublin ladies winning 3 in a row and the Dublin men winning 5 in a row, but that pales in comparison to 38 in a row. But I suppose if we look at our own county, it'll be a massive achievement for the Banner if they do win 9 in a row, and I suppose deep down in their own minds, even though today's final has to come, in the back of their minds, they probably want to get to double digits.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, but I suppose that'd be a message. Would the likes of Kevin Cannon and these guys be maybe, hammering that home that they're going to turn up here expecting to win, and let's stick it to them, as all underdogs will probably do against the big guns, won't they?
Yeah, that's it exactly. And but I suppose, to be honest, Kilmihel can only focus on really because the Banner have so much firepower. I think if Kilmihel focus on their own performance and get their own performance right, and play to the best of their ability, and leave nothing out into the pitch, and if it's good enough to beat the Banner, it'll be good enough. But at the same time, the Banner have so much firepower, it'll be hard to see past them.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You don't accrue the amount of titles they have consecutively without having that as well. Is it a different dynamic this year, James, for the Banner, in that they've only had the one game in the semi-final, whereas Kilmihel have a couple behind them? I mean, does that count on the big day?
I don't think so, Derek. And to be honest, I would have been very pleased with the with the format this year. From a competitive game perspective, in that the 4 senior teams that were in the group stages had 4 competitive games. And I suppose it proved that the Banner were so far ahead. They got straight into the semi-final, and they beat Dora Barefield comfortably without anybody. Which goes to show how far they are ahead of the other teams.
Yeah, and we know that she's a doubt. Just an update on what's happening here at the moment. Sean O'Gorman just picking up that bit of an injury, and Kevin Walsh seemed to indicate to the Cooraclare bench that a replacement is needed. So unfortunately, looks like Shauna's county final day might be coming to a premature end. So we'll just wait and see. She's going to be attended to, as we can see there outside, by the physios at the moment as well. 2 points for her in the opening half, and Kevin just indicating, no, she's back up onto her feet. So Kevin can undo his let's call for a substitute action there. And thankfully, from a Cooraclare perspective and for the game as a whole, she's a class player, Sean O'Gorman. 9 points in the semi-final, 2 so far here today. Level pegging, and now we are back underway. We're well into the closing stages. We'll have plenty injury time to come on Kevin Walsh's watch, and right under his nose, Ciara McCarthy did indeed overcarry the ball. I don't think she can have any complaints whatsoever about that one. Kevin was eagle-eyed as always, and just no more than a foot away from the action. So it'll be a free to be taken now for Cooraclare into the aforementioned Aoife O'Gorman, who look to try and get that line moving. Roisin Looney's there beside her. That is where the ball goes. She's going to move up now towards the 45 metre line. Nice little 1-2 between them. Jean Talty back, putting on the pressure. Too much so, says the referee. So it's going to be a free once more for Cooraclare. 1-7 for St. Joseph's Miltown. 10 points for Cooraclare. The goal coming from Grania Mead in the opening period. Just a bit of a lapse in concentration there perhaps from Aoife O'Gorman. Played that free short. Jean Talty stepped in, gave it to Maeve Coughlin, who in turn has been pinged for overcarrying. So the one thing we can say certainly about the referee, he is consistent in that overcarrying rule here, no doubt about that. Cooraclare now with this attacking platform. Roisin Looney to take it, puts it into the danger zone. Does well inside. That substitute is just in. Zoe Downs, she puts the ball across the field, but it goes to the left hand side and it goes wide. All these chances, James, really starting now to add up. I mean, we could be potentially looking at a replay the way things are going. It'll probably just take that one spark.
To be honest, Derek, I don't know if we will have a replay, because as far as I know, the winner of today is out in Munster Championship next week, so I'd say we could be heading to extra time.
Is there penalties, James, in ladies football? Are we having that conversation as well?
No, I don't think so, Derek. But I suppose it's something that the county board don't want, and they'll probably look to have a winner today in some shape or form.
Right. How they go about that so remains to be seen. We could be maybe in for a little bit of overtime. We'll wait and see how that one transpires. Kick out taken short. Emma Hickey is the one that picks it up, but she's been put under real pressure by Shauna O'Gorman, who's back to full health and back to full fitness and back to full scoring power as it drops in and just drops onto the line. Drama aplenty here in Dunbeg. Well done, Orla Kennelly, on that occasion, as the sun is in her eyes, but the danger not averted just yet. Cooraclare still on the attack, still with that scoring chance. Zoe Downs trying to lay in, trying to maybe perhaps buy that free, and she has made the purchase. It's going to be a free in for Cooraclare. Goalkeepers living dangerously. I suppose we don't give enough credit, James, sometimes. That low-lying sun obviously in her eye line there, but she did well to claw it away.
Most definitely, and those goals are very awkward goals, to deal with high balls coming in Dunbig, because there is a nice bit of turf taken away, so she did well to, because her feet are probably half a foot below the ground, and she did well to claw that away. And again, Cooraclare have a bad miss there now, and again from their side of things, hopefully they don't lose those missed chances, because they seem to be the team on top at the moment.
Yeah, it's very, very very scoreable free, and we've just got to confirm, Jen, that it is an extra time situation if the teams do finish level. And Kevin has picked up on something in there. I don't think he was too happy with was it from where the kick out was taken. Is that what he's after looking at?
No, I think it'll be retaken, but I think as far as I know, Derek, she has to come out to the 13-metre line.
So Ger Malone, her selector, just playing the ball back into her there. Kick out to come for Orla Kennelly. We're well into the final quarter here in terms of time played, and it's going to be certainly one that will go right down to the wire. 1-7 St. Joseph's Miltown, 10 points Cooraclare. Both sides guilty of missing chances, and perhaps from a Miltown point of view, they haven't spent enough time in the attacking half of the field here in the second period. It's something that they'll have to do. They're playing with the wind at their back, but Cooraclare very much on top at the moment in terms of possession, and it's Niamh Burke that's going to be spoken to by Kevin Walsh, and he had a rather stern look on his face too as he called her across. So let's see what will happen here. A yellow card. So Niamh Burke into the bin for those 10 minutes. Cooraclare down to 14 in what is a crucial stage of the game. It could be a big call. She's not happy about it going down along the line here, but that's the call from Kevin Walsh. So Cooraclare down to 14. We know Miltown had been operating a sweeper there with Jean Telsey. They'll now probably push up and try and push on for the win. Caoimhe Carmody down along the line she goes. Big hit going in there from Sinead Lillis. Did well to turn the ball over initially, but it's been turned over again. Well worked by Emer Keane in towards Caoimhe Carmody again. Carmody giving it off there to Ciara McCarthy. Big kick from distance, but that one just again going to the right hand side and wide. You get the feeling now, James, it's there for Miltown to push up. I mean, from that last kick with Ciara McCarthy, nobody inside the 20-metre line. They probably just have to commit those few bodies forward.
Yeah, definitely, Derek. And to be fair to Cooraclare, they got the kick out off quick, and they're on the attack again. But I make it, Derek, that there's been between the two teams 7 wides in a row since we've had our last score.
Yeah, and that's not saying a whole pile in terms of the efficiency. 5 minutes left to go here, plus injury time, and I'd imagine the injury time will be significant as well. Aoife O'Gorman on the ball there. Was it some foul on the ground there? Kevin is just going in to have a little look. I think he's going to throw the ball up, and nobody wants to make that mistake that could cost the final here. It's going right down to the wire. 5 minutes and maybe as many of injury time to play as well before Kevin blows that full-time whistle. Ball thrown in, gathered outside by Emma Hickey as Cooraclare and Miltown lock horns here in these closing stages. Both pushing up, both trying to find those spaces, and out on that far side Amy Sexton trying to go down on the ball, but it's been turned over. Cooraclare have it in their possession. Remember, they're now down to 14 for what will be the remainder of the game. Aoife O'Gorman back there just trying to be the person that gets that inside line moving, but Ciara Hayes does well to turn that one over, and Miltown now will have to build from their own 45-metre line if they're going to spend time in the Cooraclare half to try and create that one scoring opportunity that could see them crowned the intermediate champions. Ciara Hickey does well to link up outside there with Anya Keane. She comes forward, needs the support, and it comes in the shape of Ciara McCarthy. All this very patient as they try to work it towards that scoring zone. Emer Keane gives it back to Maeve Coughlin. She's on the 45-metre line, oodles of space out to her right hand side, but no Miltown players. It's all a little bit bunched on the left hand side now as they just try to work that space, and they do. Back it comes now to into Coughlin again, into Ciara Hickey, threads it through. This could be the big score. Amy Sexton with the strike, and it's crept over the crossbar. It's Miltown going into the lead. It's Amy Sexton with the finish. Good patient play from Miltown as they built up. Amy Sexton stole inside the cover, jinked out to her right and hooked it back over the shoulder. A really good finish from her. Miltown go into the lead by 1. We're in for a cracking finish here, James.
Yeah, definitely. And again, to be fair to Cooraclare, they've got their last 2 kickouts off very quick, and they're on the attack, and I wouldn't put it past them to equalise again as they come down the field.
There's certainly a few more twists and turns left before Kevin Walsh blows the full-time whistle. Have no question or doubt about that. The first of those could be about to arrive now as Cooraclare go on the attack, but that's well worked outside Caoimhe Carmody, and outside there too was Anya Talty to turn it over, and on Emer Keane just draws on that one, but it's been gathered up by the Cooraclare girls once more. Coming out onto the near side of the pitch here, Roisin Looney. 3 Miltown girls around her. She tries to get it away. She's been fouled. Kevin Walsh gives the free, and has been taken quickly. It's another chance now once more. 1-8 to 10 points is how the scoreline stands. That could be about to change. Ball popped out of the hands there. Maeve Coughlin with the challenge on Aoife O'Gorman. Forced the ball out of her hands, and now Miltown have it back through Caoimhe Carmody. Does well to get it away here now to Lucy Flanagan, who has made her introduction to the Miltown team as well. Ciara McCarthy giving it inside. Ciara Hickey surely brought to ground there. Yes, says the referee. That's going to be a free, or really not that quick, shall we say, to give the ball away. Miltown lead by 1-8 to 10 points. Amy Sexton with what could be the winning score. It's Ciara McCarthy to take this free, and if you're Miltown, James, you're just looking to kill it.
Yeah, no, and to be fair, they have the extra player. There's 2 minutes left in normal time. Ciara has a big boot in her, and that's exactly what she does. She tries to get into the full forward line, but it's intercepted by Aisling Morrissey.
It certainly is. Morrissey did very well just to step back into the pocket, read it like a book, and took it away from defence as well. And now Roisin Looney comes forward, trying to be tackled there by Ciara Hayes, but goes past her, and now tries to release it there towards O'Gorman. Bearing down on goal. This is the chance for the equaliser. Hits the crossbar and stays in place. Still there to be won. Goes back around outside again. It's back with comes back outside here now towards Curry. She's blocked down. Great block too it was. Kiva Curry back now to Roisin Looney. Looney on the turn, and this one goes over. Hits the top of the crossbar and it goes over. We're level pegging once more. We told you there'd be plenty twists and turns. It's drama aplenty. 1-8 for St. Joseph's Miltown, 11 points for Cooraclare, and we're not finished yet. Miltown still continuing on the attack now with Emer Keane down along that far side of the pitch. She goes. Caoimhe Carmody coming off her shoulder. That's where the ball goes up towards the 45 metre line. She's pulled back. That's going to be a free for Miltown. Perhaps one last attacking opportunity, and they've taken it quickly in towards Ciara Hickey. Hickey does well to get the ball away. Amy Sexton, she put them into the lead once already. Is she going to do it again? She certainly is. One with the right, one with the left. Amy Sexton gives Miltown back the lead. She's very, very clever, James, at finding these pockets of spaces, and pretty clinical as well.
Excellent coming off the shoulder, and again, that score was with her left, Eric. Amy's very proficient with both feet, and she duly obliged there to put Miltown back into the lead.
1-9 Miltown, 11 points Cooraclare, and still time for another chapter in what has been a very, very good second half book so far. It's Cooraclare who get the free. Kevin Walsh now just telling them to advance it for a little bit of a dissent there from one of the Miltown players. They'll try everything to slow it down. They'll lead by a single point. Kick coming in there. It's going to have to be won by Sean O'Gorman, or by Aoife O'Gorman, I should say, over on that far side, and she does under severe pressure. Has to get it back here now to Zoe Downs. Zoe Downs, the ball just robbed out of her hands on that occasion on the 45 metre line. This will all suit Miltown in terms of just trying to kill the play, but Cooraclare still have time. We're gone into the injury time. Didn't see an indication as to how much he's going to play. And it's going to be a throw ball between Ciara McCarthy and Roisin Looney out there as well. Possession never more crucial, and it's picked up by Maeve Coughlin. Back to Jean Talty. She just lovely little pop pass outside there to try and get them released down along that far side of the pitch. Does well indeed. Now Caoimhe Carmody is in acres of space, but she needs someone to come up off her shoulder. She's bursting a gut to go down along that far side. Was she fouled there? Referee says no. Ball is still though in her possession. Sexton now still coming through. She ball going back to the ground. This is real tense stuff as they lead by one. Still has the ball in her possession, trying to make the space for the shot. Gets it away, gets it out to this near side. Miltown just trying to fashion, if they win 2 points, you'd imagine that would be that shot from Sexton. This time the normally clinical Amy just didn't have the time and space she had, just snatched it a little bit. It goes to the right and wide. It remains 1-9 Miltown, 11 points Cooraclare. Maybe is there one last chance?
I'm sure there is, but this time Cooraclare, they're gone slower with their kick out. It's allowing Miltown to press up, and it'll be interesting to see if Cooraclare can get out.
Putting on the pressure on the kickouts, as I mentioned, so crucial, and this time it had to go short. Laura Quinlivan did well to make the space. Orla Reedy now into the centre. Kiva Curry trying to dance around to make the space, goes to ground. 3 Miltown players around her, has to release it back again. It's a case now of Cooraclare having to push everybody forward in search of the score that would take it to extra time. Roisin Looney doing her level best to do just that. 4 Miltown players around her as she does. Crits it back around again and still trying to create the space. Cooraclare coming forward. Still there, the cornerback Sinead Lillis. She's been pulled. It's going to be a free. There's going to be one last chance. It's 30 metres or so out from the goal, and it's going to be the number 15 Megan Downs that's going to take it. This could be the score, or indeed the missed opportunity that defines this game. St. Joseph's Miltown 1 goal and 9, Cooraclare 11 points. It's Miltown by 1 in the battle of these West Clare rivals. Here she comes. It's in towards the post. It looks like she's measured it, and it's gone into the back of the net. It's gone into the net. What drama here in Dunbeg! Megan Downs is free, making it all the way to the net, and what a complexion that has put on these last few minutes. Cooraclare 1 goal and 11, St. Joseph's Miltown 1 goal and 9, and Miltown are the ones now that have to come looking. Miltown are the ones that have to pour forward and look for what would be that winning score. They could get it. It's in, it comes. Could it be a goal? Kira Hickey, it's blocked out for a 45. She has been the hero in that Cooraclare goal, has Kaylin Morrissey, and her defenders indeed got in behind her there as well. What a block that was. Kira Hickey almost snatching it at the death, but we'll go back to the free. How often have we seen it? That one, that crossbar, James, can often be so deceiving. You'll be telling a player, hit it towards it, let's see what happens. Hit the back stanchion and came out. Well done umpires, firstly, I have to say, but what drama.
Unbelievable, Derek, and I mentioned it earlier. Those goals, to be fair to Orla, she's probably a half a foot down, and the ball crept, over her hands. But to be fair to Cooraclare, they kept coming at Miltown, didn't give in, and I suppose 12 months ago, Dora Bearfield caught them, and it looks as if they might sneak it from Miltown.
Miltown though will try and create that one last opportunity. Emer Keane has it, playing it into the centre towards Sexton. Is she brought down? Referee indicate that's going to be a free. They'll get up. Will they try and take it quickly? They certainly will, but Cooraclare flooding back. It's a sky blue. Why, he's given a penalty, has he? He seems to be putting out the hands. Is it going to be a penalty for Miltown? Let's just wait and see. Is he going in? Kevin Walsh, you'd want to be indicating quickly what you're going to do, because yeah. Well, there's cries of disbelief here all around us in the stand, and to be honest, we're just as confused as everybody else, because it's a penalty for Miltown.
Derek, to be honest, I'm shocked. I can't believe that she was fouled inside the square, and Cooraclare would be silly enough to actually foul her inside the square. But according to Kevin, it's a penalty, and Miltown have a chance to go back into the lead.
There are no words sometimes, and I think we'll just let the pictures tell the story. It's going to be Amy Sexton versus Kaylin Morrissey. At the moment, Miltown trail by 2. It's Cooraclare 1-11. It's Miltown 1 goal and 9. We are so deep in injury time that we can't see a way out. Let's see, is this penalty going to be the defining moment of the game? Amy Sexton has already given Miltown the lead twice in this second half so far. The goal from Megan Downs from the free just a couple of moments ago looked to be it. Let's see what will happen. Oh, it's gone wide. It's gone to the right, and it's gone wide, and the full-time whistle goes. Cooraclare are the 2019 Clare Ladies Intermediate Football Champions in the most dramatic of dramatic games. They went into the lead, they went behind, they got a penalty, the opportunity was missed. Cooraclare hang on by the absolute skin of their teeth. Cooraclare 1 goal and 11. St. Joseph's Miltown 1-9. James Murray will try and sum that up. I mean, there's a saying out there was more swings and roundabouts in that game than a trip to the playground in Innis. I mean, what drama.
Unbelievable, Derek. It ebbed and flowed, and to be fairness, to both teams, they both took the lead at different stages, and in one sense, everything happens for a reason, and this time 12 months ago, Cooraclare had heartbreak. They didn't deserve to lose last year's final. Miltown probably didn't deserve to lose today. Cooraclare stole it, but a very dramatic end to the game, where the last kick of the game was a missed penalty, and you'd have to feel for Amy Sexton, because to be fair to her, she carried the fight for Miltown in that second half, and was probably very close maybe to even being player of the match, because she kicked points off her left and her right, and sadly for her, she it's going to be in her head for the next 12 months.
Yeah, we'll get another perspective here at the moment as well. A long time Clare Ladies PRO, Mary Keane, is with us as well, of Fergus Rovers, of course. Mary, I mean, just to pick up on James's final point there, your heart has to go out to young Amy Sexton. What a performance from her, and it's so gut-wrenchingly unfair that the game hinged on the moment it did, but I mean, unfortunately, that's just top-level sport.
Yeah, I suppose that's the way sport goes. Unfortunate for Miltown, but a great win for Cooraclare today. And as James has said, they're beaten in the final last year at the dying moments. And I suppose back up in Clare Ladies football now, I see here in the Roll of Honour where Cooraclare last won the senior championship in 2007. I'm not sure exactly how long they're down in intermediate, but they're down there 7 or 8 years anyway. So it is good to see them back up at the top, and you'd have to feel sorry for Miltown today.
Absolutely, and there's a man coming up here, Mary. I'm just going to bring him in behind you here. He's wearing the Cooraclare Ladies 25th anniversary 94 champions top, Joe Gary, a man with far less hair maybe than that particular day, Joe.
But more than you.
That goes without saying. Joe, I mean, you talk of drama in sport. You couldn't have written away for that.
I mean, that was a final for the ages, that was. And fair play to Miltown, even down to the last kick. I thought the girl that kicked the last one, number 12, had an outstanding game, a simply outstanding game. It's unfortunate for her that it went wide, but she was probably facing, to my mind, the player of the match. I thought she pulled off some outstanding saves, Squealing Morrissey, throughout the game, kept Cooraclare in it when Miltown were on the, had the upper hand. And but what an entertainment for everyone that's paid in today. If the senior final is half as good, people are in for some treat. It was an outstanding spectacle and a great advertisement for ladies football.
Means a lot to the Sky Blues.
Means a lot. It's 30 years we won the intermediate in Cooraclare, so it's our second intermediate title, and obviously the senior girls are going out shortly, that 25-year jubilee team. But full marks to both sides because they played, and remember it was at the very death last year that Cooraclare were denied the intermediate title, so maybe what goes around comes around, and it will be Miltown's day no doubt in the near future.
Joe, thanks for that. Go gather up your troops there as they go down for their jubilee celebrations. Just to finish up, James, finally, I mean, we've mentioned obviously we'll lament for Miltown and for Amy Sexton in particular, I guess, in terms of how that panned out, but from a Cooraclare perspective, kept plugging away in the second half, wasteful perhaps at times, but really kept driving at crucial stages.
Yeah, and I suppose, to be honest, 3 players probably stood out for me, over the hour. Caelan Morrissey was excellent in goals. Ciara Hickey had that one-on-one chance, and how she got her hands down, onto her boot to turn it away for 45. It was an unbelievable save. But in the second half, I'd have to say the 2 county players really stood up from in Roisin Nooney and Megan Downs getting the scores. Roisin Nooney carried an amount of ball at the Miltown defence. At one stage there was 5 of them hanging off her, and she was still able to release the pass, to make sure Cooraclare got the free into for Megan to get the lucky goal.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, it was a long-range free that hit the back stanchion, and a missed penalty tells the story of the final 5 minutes here as Cooraclare are crowned the 2019 Clare Ladies Intermediate Football Champions. Heartbreak for Miltown, delight for the Sky Blues. We are going to take a little bit of a break here from Cooraclare. We'll be back with the senior final, Banner Ladies versus Clonmel. That's live at 3:15. Do join us then.